This video is about cost band codes. Benefit cost bands define advanced rate definitions for benefit costs based on years or age of service, minimum and maximum benefit amounts, gender, tobacco use status, and/or zip code. Some or all of these criteria may apply to a particular plan. To get to the cost band codes table, we'll need to start in the web administrator role. Navigate to the validation tables and search for the benefit cost codes. To apply cost banding to a new or existing record within the benefit cost codes, make sure you have either Calc Benefit Costs in dollars or Calc Benefit Cost by rule code selected, and then select the Costs are banded or custom checkbox. Once Costs are banded or custom is selected, you will see a Cost Bands button. Now that we are in the Cost Band Codes table, let's look at the fields. First, you will need to create a code and description. Define cost filters as needed. Each cost band can be filtered to apply to only employees with the following demographic factors. If you complete any cost filters, the setup may need additional cost band records. For instance, if a set of costs applies to males, a set of costs would typically be needed for females. And there may need to be another set of costs for any other gender designation found in the system. To define a cost band by tobacco use, select a tobacco use code in the tobacco field. When this isn't relevant, select code 3, tobacco use not applicable. To define a cost band by gender, select a gender in the gender field. When gender is not applicable to the cost, leave the gender selection blank on this record. The gender of an employee is defined on the demographics tab. When there is a cost band for one gender, typically a cost band with the same code is defined for the other gender codes in the system. When zip code isn't relevant to the cost setup, leave the zip code field blank. To define cost bands that vary geographically by zip code, enter each affected zip code in the zip field, or define zip codes by range. The band applies to zip codes equal to or greater than the zip code entered. The zip code from an employee's primary mailing address on the employee master is used as the zip code for benefit cost bands. Let's look at the cost rules section. For costs with cost bands, select the banded option. The custom option is reserved for use in setups that have custom defined cost algorithms outside the standard system setup. Unless instructed to do so after a custom program is built, avoid selecting the custom option. When a cost band definition sets costs that are multiples of the benefit amount, such as a life insurance amount, then select the checkbox for multiple of benefit amount. And be sure that costs are defined in the non-fixed columns. This selection can result in significantly overstated benefit costs if the checkbox is selected and if the benefit cost is not a multiple of the benefit amount. When plans have custom defined cost algorithms, then the A value for the payroll function may be provided by the developer of the algorithm. When plans have custom defined cost algorithms or custom defined algorithms for benefit assignment based on other selections in the employee self-service benefit enrollment, then the A value for the enrollment function may be provided by the developer of the algorithm. Next up is the cost bands section. The first step to adding rows of cost bands is to save what you have already entered. Each cost band has the fields for years, associated costs, and benefit amount limit for filtering whether the cost band applies. Use these small icons to add, edit, and delete these band records as needed. When you add or edit, a separate screen opens to enable defining the values. Since these are ranges, these do not have to be listed in order from the lowest number of years, as low as 0 in some cases, to the greatest number of years, often 99 and sometimes 150. Individual bands defined on a cost band record apply to years equal to or greater than the number of years entered. The benefit cost code defines what years are used and how those are calculated. Here you will define the minimum number of years. Often, the first band starts with a minimum of 0 or 1. Here you will define the maximum number of years. The maximum per band is found in the cost banding tables provided by the benefit carrier or benefits broker. This is where you have the option to define the employee's fixed annual cost for the benefit according to the defined criteria. This helps define the employee's cost. Omit this value and leave a blank if an employee number is defined. This helps define the employer's cost. Omit this value and leave a blank if an employer number is defined. This is where you define the employee's annual cost for the benefit according to the defined criteria. This can be a fixed cost or a value that will be multiplied by the benefit amount. Here you will define the employer's annual cost for the benefit according to the defined criteria, and this can also be a fixed cost or a value that will be multiplied by the benefit amount. Enter any corresponding minimum benefit amount for the benefit. Especially the range of benefit amounts is defined per band instead of on the benefit cost code records. This acts to filter out the applicability of this cost band based on the employee's benefit amount for the associated plan. Once you have entered all the rows you want to the cost band codes you are creating, save the record and close the window. Don't forget to apply the new cost band code you just created to the necessary benefit cost code or codes.